What's up, Dace-tacular Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Dace Man Show. I'm your host, Chris, the Dace Man Dace. All of a sudden, I have energy.
Are we going to go through another caffeine withdrawal like last week?
No, I'm on like 5 right now.
Okay, because that was a whole other level of fucking insane. I kind of miss it, but I don't know if I could handle that again because I had a headache from laughing last week.
I may wander up and get a 6th. We don't know.
We'll get there.
So we may be calling an ambulance mid-show. Stay tuned, everybody.
Woo! Joining me across the table,
I'm not here.
Gibby!
Say what, baby? I'm back.
You never.
And I'm white.
Your timing is impeccable. And next to me, Tits!
I fucking hate you so much.
Wow. So you got some feelings? Where were you this weekend? You were back.
Yeah,
you said I'm back.
Where did you go? Like you don't.
And you're
leave.
white.
You sit. It's Charlottesville, not Charleston.
He might have been in Charleston. He might have where's everybody?
Exactly. Where's happening to everybody?
I got my tiki torch from Home Depot. Where is everybody? Citronella, just in case there was mosquitoes.
Did you see that the people from Tiki Torches put out a statement saying we have nothing to do with you assholes? And then there's all these people just bashing them by saying, yes, use a Polynesian item to support your white supremacy. Where's the fucking logic in that?
Freaking Michael Rappaport posted that video where he was just walking down a street and he kept calling them Home Depot bitches and shit He's like, what kind of virgin-ass bitches goes out on a Friday fucking night during the summer to protest white life? Your life ain't shit.
You got Rappaport, the guy from ESPN?
No, he's in that new sitcom on Netflix, Atypical.
The kid who the star kid?
The star kid. I think he plays the dad of the star kid.
Oh, okay.
He was also on My Name Is Earl for a little while. He shows up here and there, but he went on a 4-minute rant.
It is stupid. Think about it. You're using a Polynesian item to support white supremacy. Everyone wants nothing to fucking do with you. So many people were like, we have nothing to do with all of this. Please don't judge us for these dumbasses.
This weekend was so ridiculous.
It was nice.
Not to mention the idiot in charge who... Oh my God! So we were talking a little bit about this before we went live.
This was one hell of a time for him to become quiet.
Well, I feel like he starts off with a good point in his head, and then it just goes through from here to here, and it never comes out right. I kind of I can't even defend him because he's such he's such an idiot. But I can see where he was gonna try to make a point, and then completely veered off the mountain and fucked it all up.
Damn right.
Because the point he was trying to make was there's violence on both sides, even though the violence on the alt-right supremacist side was much worse because they came out the gate just filled with hate and everything. But we need to acknowledge there is violence on the other side too, because you have sections of that left,
which is understandable.
Yeah.
But
he doesn't say it right.
The other problem is the violence on the complete alt-right is just spewing hate.
Yeah.
And the violence on the alt-right is on the other side is basically just trying to win their own human rights back that they already have. And that's the other problem. It's a thing of hate versus trying to get back what was already yours.
And not even because they were yelling about Jews, and it's what? What have they done to you?
Exactly.
Well, when you have neo-Nazis, they just go back to what they knew before. But they just follow by example.
Even if they were trying to link all this to well, this was what Trump said when he was campaigning.
It's actually technically wrong because if that's the thing that pisses me off most about Trump is Trump came out with when part of his campaign saying that he supports this group and that group and that group, and now he's not, and he's falling back in that word, but he's also not supporting the dumbasses that are trying to tote the Make America Great Again bullshit.
I think the biggest problem is, and it's not that he's a racist, it's not that he's an idiot.
There's more hair dye in his head than brains.
I think he's just done. I think there was a point 2 months ago where he went,
fuck,
I'm done.
Done this.
I got it.
Fuck it.
I did what I came to
do. I'm just going to be me until they throw me out of the goddamn White House.
Well, did you see all the
He's not even
wait,
in
wait,
the
wait,
White House.
wait.
Yeah, he
he's
was
never
in
there.
Jersey.
He's never there because what's her fucking
Melania
face?
won't go down there.
She refuses to stay there. She doesn't want to be there with him, so he doesn't go there either. And he spends half his time fucking golfing or putting his thumb up his ass. But do you see the other things that are happening? All the fucking inflatables popping up everywhere that look like him. Like there was one that showed up on the White House front lawn that was a chicken with his hair on it.
Oh, we do the chicken with people's faces on it.
Wait. Then there was one that showed up, I believe in New York City when he was coming there for vacation, that was a rat that looks and dressed like him.
I think I've seen that before.
But I don't know who's doing it. I would love to thank them because it's fucking hilarious because the likenesses are impeccable.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I really think, like, oh, God, he quit like 2 months ago.
He was gone.
Like, so then, but here's my thing.
He might be doing us a favor.
Pence isn't any better.
Yeah.
Pence is so much worse.
Pence is calculated and could probably pull off what he wants
Pence
to do.
is a psycho. Pence is like a sociopath. Like, oh my God, I could.
Trump got it, and he went, shit, I got it. And I got this nut job next to me. I can't just leave him in charge, so let's ride this out for 4 years.
This just seems like Trump lost a bet to see if he could win the presidency, and then he did, and he's like, shit, what do I do now?
Oh, I guarantee you. It was on a golf course where somebody said, you can't be president.
And he's like,
watch me.
Watch me.
And he goes and becomes president.
And then he realizes what it actually entails, and he's like, fuck,
Yeah.
I don't
And this
wanna
past
do it.
weekend, he was on the golf course with the guy going, you know what, I shouldn't have done this. You son of a bitch. Now they're burning things down south, and I gotta go address that as I'm just trying to sign a goddamn veteran bill, and like,
And he hasn't done anything useful yet. That's the other problem.
he stirred a shitload of pots.
That's what he did. All he did was poke a bunch of people and say, hey, you suck. I'm going to fuck your life up. And then just...
But a lot of it, though, you have to look at it. It's not really his fault.
Yes, it
No.
is because the majority... No.
I don't think he's running any of it.
It's legislation.
But the House is all his. It's all Republican. If he wanted to get something through, it would go.
No, they can't. They fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah.
None of them know what this.
They couldn't even repeal
His-
I've said
his
it for,
words.
Well, that's wait. You know what's bad when McCain comes back and says, "No, this is not
Well,
what we should be doing."
Trump's words was, just get me a bill and I'll pass it.
Yeah.
So he eventually gave him a blank check and said, build it.
Well, the other problem is he also said, "We'll just let it fall apart." He had flat out just said, "All right, I'm just gonna let it destroy itself and not do a damn thing," which is other big mistake.
Well, that's because he goes from 0 to 60. It's like, hey, I'm willing to work with everybody. Oh, you're not gonna work with me? Fuck you. Just let it fall apart then. That's his mind
literally
track.
what he said, and that's pathetic. You're supposed to be leading this country, not saying, "Oh, figure it out for yourselves, or it's gonna fall apart."
That's what he did in business.
It throws but it's actually a smart move because it throws it back on the politicians.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, with
Again,
what he's
it's a business
saying,
move,
they shouldn't have they can't get rid of it if they're not going to have something to replace it yet. That was the biggest issue.
They didn't necessarily get rid of it. They just
didn't.
stopped
They
it from
can't.
growing.
Well, they can't. No, it got shot down because McCain overturned his vote.
No, they said basically they wanted to pass it so that it would be abolished in 4 years.
2, actually.
No, it was 4 years at the end of the life cycle, and they still couldn't get it past that.
Well, the first I heard it was 2 years, and then it got voted down again, and then more people keep dropping off because they realize how fucking stupid it is because they can't get their shit together.
Oh, yeah.
But again, now that has absolutely nothing to do with Trump.
No, that was
No,
all
but
Congress.
Absolutely nothing
At the end of the day, he isn't helping the situation either.
Oh, if he didn't talk, he'd probably be a decent president.
Yeah.
Like if you took Twitter away from him and he didn't open his goddamn
That's
mouth,
the
he'd
other
be a
fucking
fine
problem.
president.
Somebody needs to take his Twitter away from him.
Because the man doesn't have his own ideas. Hands down.
He has his own ideas. They're just not smart ones.
I don't
ones he should
know.
be talking about.
He surrounded himself.
Obama and stuff. He didn't have good ideas either. He could just talk.
He was a good talker. He was the salesman. They would build him. He would take the pitch to the public, pitch it, and people bought it.
Yeah.
Trump is trying to do the same thing, but he comes out and goes, "So we're gonna talk. You know what? Fuck you. I don't give a damn about you. Sneeze again during my press conference and see what happens. You know what? Fake news. Get out of here." And that's just his reaction to things.
He is a child. He's too mature.
Oh
to be
yeah,
president.
he's too.
He's a child.
He's a
No, but he is a child at the same time because he will go on rants and he will spew names.
The same thing though.
But
I don't know if he's really been a businessman though the last couple of years. If you look
He's
up
not.
leading into the years of the presidency, he was an entertainer.
Yeah.
And I think he's still in
He still
entertainer
is,
mode.
Yeah.
He's,
Keep my name hot. Good press or any press is good press types us. we just say shit to say shit.
He needs to grow up. Is the biggest problem. Because he takes all his fights and arguments to Twitter and is a keyboard warrior. But when push comes to shove, he fumbles over his words and he can't get shit out. So.
Oh yeah, and then the fact that not only you have this going on, but in the background you've got this crazy Korean over there with a button. Like, all right, well they're gonna burn themselves to the ground. Why do I need to pull it off? And Trump just goes, more or less just goes, you send a nuke, we're sending 10. Yeah. With fire and fury was the exact quote he used. And then he went, it'll be even worse. And the reporter was just like, what's worse than fire and fury? You'll see.
Here's my problem with this is that we don't fucking know what North Korea could have.
We don't. All the shit that I keep seeing comes out. It goes, well, they could hit Guam for sure, but then they might be able to hit L.A. And then someone's like, well, they could hit New York if they tried. It's like, where can they hit? Do you honestly know? Because everything I've seen is just shoot straight up.
Which is what I'm saying. Which is what I'm saying is the fact that we don't know what they fucking have.
Mm-hmm.
They're such a shut off, reserved, silent. Like they could have millions of nukes for all we fucking know, and we're sitting here just pissing them off even more.
Well, I think they've released the number. They have 12.
Yeah, but how do we know nukes. That's the actual?
The biggest problem they run into is the guy's smart. He's all about self-preservation over there.
Yeah. Trump. I was gonna say because Trump's not smart.
I mean, he's smart and dumb. He's all about self-preservation, and he's doing it very well until he fucks up.
Yes.
But the problem is he has lined that DMZ with enough military that if anyone makes a move, South Korea's fucked. He just pushes a button and Seoul's gone because it's way too close to that DMZ. And the artillery he's got there can reach.
And everyone in North Korea is too fucking terrified to do anything.
Yeah, no, you speak out, you're in a camp.
No, you're not in the camp. You're fucking dead.
No, they put you in a camp.
Oh,
and they re-educate
you. Or they'll execute you in the street. No, it's
public works, man. They put you in a camp, market.
Yeah, they go for education because if they just slaughter people in the streets, that's when you get like Saddam Hussein.
You didn't see that video of that little girl that escaped North Korea, did you?
Probably not. But
okay.
She's probably in one of those camps.
No. She escaped North Korea and she explained some of the things that happened there. There's no internet, there's no TV, there's no shit. She watched her friend's mom get executed in the streets because she watched a movie. That's why I'm saying, like, it is way worse than we probably think it is.
Yeah, but he controls it to the point where they won't uprise.
No, because everyone's brainwashed or terrified.
Yeah, which if they just looked around and went, hey, there's way more of us than there are him.
Oh, no, yeah, but they're too terrified because they are so shut off from everything. For them to uprise, it would take years and years and years of planning, and, like, it's just there's not enough organization.
Well, I remember watching an interview where, like, their math lessons are, if you have 2 American bastards, and then you kill 2 American bastards, how many American bastards are you left with? And that's like their education. That's what the woman was telling us about their education over there. It's just everything is just fuck America. Here's math.
Well, you heard what China said too, right?
Well, they want us to fucking cool it because
China straight up said they're not going to attack us and they're not going to get involved. But if North Korea does something, they're not getting involved. But if we start, they're going to defend North Korea. So China's which.
Well, that's because China's the only one supplying them. They supply 90% of their.
But we're supposed to be partial allies with China, and look at that.
Well, we're also. You go after North Korea, you're hitting their pocketbook at the same time.
I know, but if North Korea goes after, like.
I doubt they have that much money though.
Well, on top of that, we also supply China too, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Most of the stuff we have, you look on any shirt, any piece of clothing, any piece of plastic, it says made in fucking China.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they're willing. You don't know what that means because if they're willing to support Korea over us, clearly Korea's dumping a bunch of money into them. If that's the case, if we're not dumping enough,
and for all we know, they'd be supplying weapons. We don't know what happens on that border because they're on the border.
Which is why I'm saying something's going on there that we don't know about because China's willing to fuck us over to support them if need be.
Well, China's a communist state, so they stick together with that kind of mentality.
There's a bunch of shit.
Like if we would have attacked Cuba, they'd probably be like, "Hey, Fidel's our buddy." We're coming.
Well, Cuba's coming back, and Cuba's coming out of that communist.
They were until Trump came into office and went, "Nah, fuck them. They're still embargoed."
No, because they still are. Because a lot of people, because Cuba is now actually open,
It was.
No. People are no. Cuba has opened to the public again. You can go there. You have to be on an educational tour.
I thought
Trump shut that down again.
You can go again. I work at a travel agency. People are planning trips to Cuba.
Then he's in the process of shutting that down
Maybe,
again.
but they're not.
He stopped it, yeah.
He came out
Right
like
now,
that first week.
There's
saying he was
heavy
gonna stop it.
restrictions, but you can still go
There's
right
heavy
now.
restrictions with Obama.
Yeah, but this is like it has to be an
loser.
educational tour. You can't go without this person. You can't go without that. You have to be able to do this. Like it is like you. It's crazy.
I just know that Trump took office. I think within that first month or two, he said, "Nope, fuck him. We're putting him back on an embargo." There was something they didn't do that he didn't agree with, and then he went, "You know what? Fuck him."
They didn't want to pay for the wall.
No, yeah, they got to pay for the Miami wall because they float in. It was something stupid. Have you ever seen the videos though from the former Mexican president?
Oh, for the love of God, dude.
He speaks broken English, and he starts every video off with, "Dear Mr. Trump, fuck you. We will not pay for that fucking wall." And then he goes into whatever message he's got to say after that.
Well, that's like on top of that, like fucking Canada's president is so done with him.
Oh.
It's literally everything. Trump's like, no, we won't do it. Canada's like, yeah, we will. Like Canada's like, come to us.
Well, that's because
like,
like
come on.
Justin Trudeau is like a 21-year-old out of college, like, yeah, you can fuck what you want, smoke what you want, let's do it.
You know what though? It's apparently people are loving it. So
Which is weird because he's French Canadian.
everyone hates the French.
They
Canadians.
do. You go to Canada, any of those other provinces,
They will literally be like, ugh.
they
French Canadians.
shit on Quebec so hard because they're snooty little assholes. But just the fact they go, he's not that guy. It's cool. It's all right. You guys got. I don't know how you did that. Like I have so many friends in Toronto, and New Brunswick, and out in Vancouver, and all their stats like, why is America doing this to themselves? And I'm like, we don't know.
Well, that's like I have a lot of friends, and not just in Canada, but like I have friends over in like Australia and stuff like that, and Ireland, and they're like, "Hey, America, are you guys okay over there? Like, do you need help?" And we're like, "No, we're not okay."
It's crazy to watch the outside view looking in.
Oh yeah, they're seriously worried about us. Like they're
Oh
terrified.
yeah, like I don't understand how they can't get their shit together. Like, look, okay, 75% of the country has their shit together. It's just 25% that goes to Depot and buy all the fucking tiki torches and walk out on the street.
Well, that's like my one friend is from Australia, and I'm going on that cruise again this year.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to come. She's coming for the cruise, and she's like, guys, I don't know if like. She's like, is it safe for me? Like, can I come into this country, or do I have something to be scared of? And we're like, well, no. We look at her, we're like, we honestly don't know what's gonna happen by then.
As long as she's white, she's good. That seems to be the.
But still, like, you don't know where the country's gonna be
Oh,
in
no.
April, and that's what she's saying. She's like, I don't know what to do. She's like, I also don't know if I want to be in the same general vicinity as that
Well,
fucker.
it depends. When President Pence takes office, if like he has the thing against kangaroos, all of a sudden, she might not be able to get in the country.
Yo, kangaroos can be scary as fuck, so I wouldn't blame him.
President Pence. That just, oh my god.
That just sounds like a douchebag.
Just too much. Ugh. Oh my god. It's just, you know what?
We just need the White House bombed, so that way we can just knock a couple of them out.
They need a 1-2 punch, and then we get Paul Ryan.
I wonder.
That is no better.
It's way better than the two that are in there right now.
You know why I don't want Paul Ryan? No. Here's my problem with Paul
I wonder
Ryan.
if Pence is in Oval Office right now. I wonder if that's his office.
Oh, he's probably him and
But
Bannon.
Okay, but see, here's my problem with Paul Ryan. It's the fact that he's a spineless little shitbag. Because he turned on Trump as soon as he could.
Oh.
Do you not remember all the Republicans saying, hey, don't vote for Trump?
Well,
and they still did.
This is what happened in the Republican Party. They went, look, that's not our guy. That's not our guy. He won. That's our guy. Oh, you hate him again? I told you he wasn't our guy.
That's what I'm saying. He's a spineless little shit.
Well, they were trying to read their demographic.
And it was not working.
And then they realized, oh, God.
The Republicans flat out came out against him full force saying, do not vote for him.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when your own party is turning against you.
Oh, well, they never considered him part of his party. I really think that if Clinton didn't run, he would have ran as a Democrat. Hands down.
Yes.
No, because do you ever remember?
No, hands down.
No. There was an interview with him like 10 years ago where he said if he ever ran for president, he would run as a Republican because they will listen to anything you tell them and they're stupid enough to follow. And that's why he ran as a Republican.
I think he could have persuaded either side.
Yeah.
But he said that the Republicans were He said that the Republicans were easier to sway.
Think about it.
I'll give you this. I'll give you that.
Yeah. If he was, let's say he won the Democratic nomination, he would have been running against someone like a Jeb Bush.
But
and he would have been went
you also have to
3
remember,
Bushes.
Most of the Democrats are the ones who go back and look into things and look at it. So they'll go back and
They went with Bernie. He was just the Democratic yeller like Trump.
Yeah. But Bernie also had plenty of history behind him.
Bernie wanted to burn down the Democratic Party. That was his goal. Was we're fucking up. We're doing, and I agree with most of his points.
Be told, this entire government needs a reformation.
Oh yeah,
the way we run things is bullshit.
The problem is
it's a two-party.
Two-party system doesn't work anymore.
It's an electoral college system.
That's the other problem.
Someone kept calling. It might have been the Mexican ex-president because he's fucking phenomenal. He kept calling him Mr. Electoral President. He would not call him Mr. President, Mr. Electoral College President.
Technically, he didn't win the election.
He didn't win the popular vote.
No. Yeah. Which, what the fuck? That's what I don't like.
I don't think Bush won the popular vote his first. What's called either.
Nope.
No.
Al Gore ended up pulling for. And then there was another one where it happens a lot.
It happens
it's stupid.
Than you realize.
It's because all the especially when it's Republican beats a Democrat.
It's supposed to be a system of checks and balances, but
it's really.
It's not what it is.
If you really don't like it, move to the fucking
state. All right. Well, now that it's 8:20, I think we should.
I didn't really have sports news.
Okay, so time for your gaming news. I guess we just took up sports, guys.
I have another story.
Did you see about Ric Flair?
Oh yeah, he had surgery.
No. He's in a medically induced coma right now.
Yeah, he had surgery for it.
He's in a medically induced coma.
Yeah,
right now.
he was in a medically induced coma. He had surgery. He's out of surgery, but still not. They haven't released a statement of what the surgery was for and what it was about.
He was still in that coma.
And one source said
he's gone from a guy to a girl, guys.
One source said the Nature Boy style finally caught up to him, and another source said it was a heart thing. So they haven't really said. They pulled Charlotte from the events that were going on so she could be at the hospital with him. So it seems somewhat serious, but you know. Yeah. I don't have any of the themes up either, so.
Gibby! Beautiful comment that I think you'll appreciate. So, Allie's little sister, one of her friends, said, "I think we should just have an island where we put all the politicians and just watch a Lord of the Flies scenario unfold."
I'm more about the condemned. Give them weapons. Exactly. And the last one standing went, President.
Hunger Games, that shit.
That's our president.
Yeah. Definitely Hunger
Games. But she has the right idea.
She does.
Yes.
It's so scary to think that, there's way more of us than there are of them.
And we still let them take care of everything.
Democrats from every state.
Yeah. Go. That state's now Democratic.
Fuck.
Whoever wins.
Yeah.
But the other thing is Ezekiel Elliott got that 6-game suspension.
I did see that, so don't draft him Friday.
He's going to appeal.
He already did.
Are we doing that live?
It's going to be quite interesting.
Probably not.
It's going to be quite interesting.
We'll see what happens.
So that means he's definitely going to be playing on the first couple weeks.
We'll see.
It wouldn't surprise me if he plays the whole year.
And then he takes it next year.
Yeah. I think it's
you mean like Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Listen, you didn't listen to me.
I can see
and then look what happened.
Pick being an interesting pick.
She's some lightsabers and Valerian steel swords.
He should, in theory, fall.
They are pretty much like White Walkers. We would need Valerian steel.
Pick up, and if he doesn't pay, you're fucked.
Hell of a drop.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
So you got sports, you got gaming. You said you had one little news story.
I got a news story that I thought we were gonna talk about beforehand, but we.
Oh no, go ahead.
Really
go ahead.
You guys see it? Movie theaters. There's going to be a streaming service called.
Oh, the Movie Pass? Yeah. No, it's not a streaming service.
Well,
you can physically go to the movies for like $10, and you can go see one movie a day, for like $10 a month.
Correct.
Popcorn's going to be expensive.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know because they're not going to know how you got the ticket. So you'll be still paying the same price unless they decide to change.
But here's my thing: is it any theater? Like, how does it work? Like, do we have details?
Yeah, $10 would be standard. You want the 3D? It's a 15.
Because
I'm in because AMC started experimenting with that years ago.
That's what it is.
They would like a $35 pass or something.
Now it's down to 10. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But here's my problem: is it just AMC? Is it this one? Is it that one? Like, what else is entailed in that? Like, can we see? Could we have to wait? Like, is there limitations?
It says it's available at 40,000 theaters nationwide with no blackout dates. So that means you can go and see
opening nights.
But I guess the
how does
problem
that?
be like-
I wonder if it's like assigned seating, so you have to be like the first 30. If that's
something, or you have to be like, even if you are a part of that movie pass, like there's only so many for that theater that's got.
That's gonna
movie
make
pass
it a
available.
bitch.
So.
That is gonna make it a huge bitch to
Most
get into
people also
opening
aren't
nights.
gonna-
Well, it depends.
Depends on
It's
how.
gonna turn into fucking StubHub.
Well, the problem is, the problem comes down to
How many can
whether
you
or
buy?
not they have to physically go there to the theater and
To
get
pick
the
up the
ticket.
tickets.
I think they
And
should.
Not pre-order is the question.
I think they
That's-
should.
Because that's what I have to do now. You know how I have those vouchers?
Yeah,
So I have to go to the theater, pick up the tickets, and hold on to the tickets.
I think they should.
It would make it. It would make it.
Yeah. Because then it will allow people who are actually.
It gives a
gonna go
fair
for it.
chance. Because that's the one thing I hate about concerts is you don't have a legit Ticketmaster to go to now.
You do. You can go to the.
You
actual
used to be able to
venue's
go
box,
to the Echelon
but
Mall.
now you can go to
Right
the
to the
venue.
Sears.
You can go to the venue's box office too.
I liked it when they had pop-ups everywhere.
They're introducing those again. They are no.
Yep.
They are introducing those again due to the scalper problems.
That was a huge. It like
So there's a big
rocketed after
before
we did
Obama.
that.
Okay, before Obama left office, he did start a bill. I don't know if he passed it through or not to help with all the scalping problems for stuff like that. That's why a lot of tickets don't have physical.
It drives me nuts that like to go to Raw, it's $35 for the seat that we sat in January.
Yeah.
I paid $100,
But here's what I'm
and the
saying.
seat was it was.
So they're starting a lot of like processes with tickets now where it's so much harder to pass a ticket off to somebody. Like you can only get 2 at a time for some of them. You also have to verify this, and that. Like to send a ticket to somebody else, you have to verify it that way. They have to accept it on a computer. Like they're making it a lot harder. I will say that because it pisses me off because they essentially did away with ticket stubs. I don't have ticket stubs anymore. I used to have a huge collection of them.
Oh,
but
yeah.
now a lot of concerts and things, they don't give you
piece of paper.
tickets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I mean, you know how many concerts I go to and movies. I had a decent amount. But then they all just started disappearing, so I kind of just stopped because they weren't a thing anymore. People just because of all the scalping, they ruined stuff like that.
They did.
It's a lot of I forget who did it. One of the bigger people. It was either like Bon Jovi or like Billy Joel or something like that. Found out about a bunch of the tickets being scalped. Went to the scalpers, got their tickets canceled, and re-released the tickets to the public.
That's sweet.
It was awesome. They're and a lot of people are doing that. They're finding out that it's being scalped and things like that. They're finding the numbers. They're working with the reselling sites. That's the thing. The reselling sites are working with them.
Well, I
and
think
helping them cancel them out.
it drives things like WWE goes nuts with this shit because they sell out and then on tape, on video, it's empty. Like
Because
nobody
wants
went.
to pay for the scalp, and that's the problem. It's pissing off it's taking away from the artists and it's taking away from the fans, and the people who's only benefiting from it are the scalpers.
Well, like they get shit from all their advertisers,
fans,
like,
too.
"Hey, there's nobody in your
Well, they get
arenas."
shit from the fans too, because then the fans come back and say, "Hey, why are your ticket prices so high? Or why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do that?" And that's where they're having the problem, because if they're losing the fans, doesn't matter if their tickets are scalped or not, people still aren't showing up.
Yeah, it's true. The Royal Rumble sold out in a day. I
to
guarantee
a
you, there's
concert-
seats still available. They just got scalped.
Yeah.
It's
But
irritating.
that's why the reselling sites are to the point where they are working with, and like that's why like Ticketmaster and Live Nation only have verified resellers that they use, and they encourage you to only buy on those verified resellers to prevent scalping like that, because they won't let you jack the prices up and things like that.
Anyway, so $10, all the movies you can watch in a month.
I'm in. Send me that link.
Oh Lord Almighty!
What
app.
happened? Send me that app.
My friend just typed a big old thing.
Who?
The girl who said we should do a Lord of the Flies type of thing. She said,
Shit.
"I think we need the innovators to be the rulers of the world. We have all these politicians that study things that have already been done, tactics on how the government had been running, and the psychoanalytical aspect of how to get into the office and how to destroy it and how to make the public love you. America needs the people that are willing to build something new and someone that isn't afraid to break the past ideals of the government and society."
I would have voted for Stuart Colbert 2020.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which is part of the reason why Trump won, because he dug that hole into society.
Oh
In
yeah.
the same sense that there was a fear that the people that we would turn into society like the book The Giver or the Hunger Games, aka a society that takes away away thinking and brainwashes. People don't want to realize that our society right now is, believe it or not. And she's right.
It's funny to think that the guy who preached about, we got to give back to the working man was a guy that got a handout and got elevated to where he is today because he got a kickstart from.
But he's also he wants to get back to the working man in the worst way possible too. Like he wants to reintroduce the coal industry. Can we talk about that? You're sitting here saying that climate change isn't a thing. You want to get rid of the EPA. But you want to go back to the coal industry?
Well, he's got to have a sense of humor because he put Rick Perry in charge of the EPA, and that guy was like the most against the EPA. He went, Rick, you run the EPA.
But that's probably just him saying, you know what, Rick, I want you to destroy the EPA.
Oh, he probably went in there and went, you're all fired. I'll just sit here. It's like I was trying to abolish you anyway.
Did you ever see all the things about the state workers and like people who were in the environmental society and stuff like that coming out with all of this stuff about how they were told they're not allowed to talk about this, and that, what they're going to do to them, everything like that. Like there were like people who got fired and were like, here's all the stuff that you didn't get to hear because we need you to know. Like they ripped him a new one with that.
Oh, I bet. He's the guy that pulled out of the Paris Accords and the whole world went, what?
Literally, the Pope spent his entire meeting with him trying to convince him to not pull out of the Paris Accords.
Oh, well, they brought gifts for each other, and I think his was like a book on climate change.
Yeah,
like the Pope went, here you go. Like the Pope was just taking jabs at him the whole fucking time.
That's the other thing. She's like, she goes, he wants to get back into the coal industry, but the majority of the coal mines are eternally burning underground. They're literally fucking destroying the entire state of Pennsylvania right now.
Oh yeah, because they did the fragging. That's the whole thing that went down there.
But here, that's the other problem is he's sitting here just trying to build back up an industry that essentially actually caved in on itself. The coal industry is really dangerous.
His approach to the coal industry should have been, hey, we're gonna find you something else to do.
Yes.
We want to put you to work, but we don't want to put you back in those fucking mines.
I mean, take a look at...
And Obama started it a little bit. He started giving funding into programs that would take them and retrain them.
Silent Hill started because of coal mines essentially burning underground for forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what sense does that make?
Yeah, no, it's a weird world we live. Well, it's mainly probably because he's friends with the head coal miner guy.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same reason why, like, all of a sudden... our company's still making money.
Exactly. Somehow. I can't figure it out.
There's going to be a lot of easier things for CEOs, unless you're one of the CEOs that just said, go fuck yourself these past couple days to them.
Yep.
I'm sure it's going to get harder for you guys, and
AKA
we're going to see those
Tiki
businesses
Torch.
go away.
Exactly.
Those businesses will all of a sudden start fading.
No, I don't think Tiki Torch will. Those motherfuckers will stay around forever.
They released a list, because he has some kind of collective of CEOs, that like a council, and like 5 of them went, you know what, you didn't come out and outright say fuck the Nazis, we're out. I can guarantee there will be business retaliations against them.
Probably.
Maybe not from Senior, but there's Junior and Doofus Trump that are gonna. Well, then again, that's unfair. They're both dumb. The other one went, oh, they might catch my emails. Psych, here they are. I talked to Russia. Ah.
Try to blame
Yeah.
I blame myself.
But then again, in that same scenario, I don't know who's dumber. The son going, here's my emails. Or his father going, it's not all his fault, okay? It's like, dude, he just totally took the camera and went, look at me. And he went, no, look at me. I talk to Putin all the time. It's infuriating.
So, Gibby, what's going on in the gaming world?
Yeah. It's gaming news with Gibby. I just didn't feel like booting it up.
All right, that's fine. I mean, we've
like
already
it.
taken a half hour
Gibby.
talking about Trump.
Blizzard.
We'll be making Jizzard has announced.
I like that he waited for you to do it, and he was like,
Last year, Blizzard announced that it was transitioning away from Battle.net, the name for the Overwatch developer online network. Now the developer has made U-turn of sorts, saying the name is staying, but with something new.
Is it part of the Blizzard app? Because I noticed you go through the Blizzard app now to get the original StarCraft. That was like the only thing hanging on
To the BNet.
to the BNet.
Going forward, Blizzard will link
Jizzard.
Blizzard and Battle.net
Jizzard.net.
to be henceforth known as BlizzardBattle.net.
That's a mouthful.
I know. Blizzard said it
Get it?
expects the shift away from Battle.net
Mouthful of
to be
gizzard.
a changeling.
With the Zerglings.
Yeah. Battle.net is central nervous system for Blizzard Gaming and the connective tissue that
My
brought
bad.
Blizzard players together from 1996.
Are we gonna go Batman again?
That was you know what's weird? Out of 217 fucking episodes, it's probably the first time we ever took a chunk of time to talk about politics.
Yeah, I know.
And people are like, I came down to get away from politics.
My friend, just the one who was talking about it with us, she goes, I came downstairs to get away from Fox News and the politic talk, and then look what happened.
Oh, I like to think we're more of like a CNN. We're not.
She said, "Bring back Club Penguin."
What is, I don't even remember what that is.
It was that site. It was like an online site, almost like a game, like a multiplayer game, but it was for kids.
Was it an alt-right site?
No, it's just a kids site. For the love of God.
That's where it started.
But a lot of people like to troll Club Penguin, so they'll go on there because you can say whatever you want. So like, have you ever seen screenshots and it's like people going in there talking about fucking bitches and then they get blocked from the game because it's supposed to be a kid's game?
Gizzard.
StarCraft finally put a
The classic
button
real-time strategy
Dude.
game was fast approaching its 20th anniversary. Those becoming fans of more recent StarCraft 2 series, Game of Thrones, Heroes of the Storm, featuring blah blah blah.
I know where he's going with it.
StarCraft Remastered is out with the ability to, with native widescreen support, including 4K. With
I
all
have
new
to admit,
artwork and matchmaking.
I blew a load when I started it up yesterday.
Oh my god.
Wait, why? What happened to it now?
The HD remake.
It came
It's
out?
in HD. It's
Okay.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
The only thing I got really angry at.
There's a settings button.
There's a settings button. And there's no. They may even. You press F5. You go old school, new school, old school, new school.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
they made a lot of maps for the old school that played off of a lot of glitches in the old style maps. That as soon as I did my normal strategy for one of the games, the Reavers just turned and went, "No, fuck you," and blew the shit out of my defense. And I went, "The fuck? That always works." and I'm in the chat going, "The fuck, the fuck, the fuck," and the guys are like,
okay.
"It's HD, dude."
So you would appreciate this. Speaking of StarCraft, so I was at a friend's house. We watch Game of Thrones together every week. Well,
Wiener.
Her husband was talking about how if there can be a fucking Game of Thrones show, why can't they have a StarCraft show? Why isn't there a show based off of StarCraft? And he's sitting here kind of like throwing the rant in every so often. Yeah. And every time he did, I just thought of you two.
I would honestly watch I would watch a StarCraft movie or StarCraft show. The story that is in the campaigns is phenomenal.
But that's what he was saying. He wants something. He wants a StarCraft. Anything.
I've never been able to get into Warcraft. Or, well, Diablo's just go punch the devil each time.
Warcraft's definitely got much more lore behind it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like StarCraft can get more people sucked in because it's only 3 races. And it says, hey, you either like weird-looking bug things, you like the awesome humans who are so fucking awesome because they're awesome humans, go Trump, or you like the Protoss that are just kind of the guys in the middle that are like, hey, we're cool aliens. We're not those ugly aliens. We're the cool aliens.
Yeah.
And Kerrigan's hot. Like the actress would just be smoking hot. Whoever played Kerrigan. Has to be. Or otherwise the show would fail.
Exactly.
Like there's certain things you can PC and give them like a pantsuit and shit. You can't do it to Kerrigan.
Tell me how you feel about Kerrigan, Dace.
I will get my torches.
Your tiki torches.
My tiki torches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come out a fucking citronella candle in a bucket.
Oh my god.
That would actually be, but yeah, they made the Warcraft movie.
I have that on my to watch.
Oh, I remember that. They did do a World of Warcraft movie.
Yeah. Did really, really shitty in the United States.
Yeah, but I mean, they also
crazy well overseas.
But I will say they also had no marketing for it in the United States.
Minimal.
I seen a ton of marketing.
No, I didn't.
Maybe at gaming events.
It was probably it was mostly.
It probably didn't go mainstream.
On television or movie theaters, I saw virtually zero marketing.
I seen some on. They didn't push it till late on the TV.
It's like, hey, we're opening this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see. I saw virtually no marketing for it.
It was
It's got Howard Stark in there, so I would go see it.
It does.
pretty.
I think he's the one dude.
Who was the other big one that was in that?
I don't know.
I know Howard Stark's
I'm
in
gonna
it.
look it up because I want to know now.
Howard Stark from Peggy Carter, not Howard Stark from Ant-Man. I want to watch it. I mean, it seems like a kind of move. Why wouldn't I like it? Well,
it's one of those things where.
Do you have to know the lore?
If you don't know the lore, you're gonna miss so much that it's probably gonna be kind of confusing.
That's what I am glad.
I think that's the reason why.
Can't just be two races going to war.
Well.
That's why I think StarCraft would go over well. It's 3 races battling for universe supremacy.
Well, it's 2 races. This is before.
This is Warcraft.
Orcs and humans. This is before Warcraft 2.
How'd they fuck that up?
Because again, there's a lot of lore in it that if you don't know what you're looking at, you're gonna I had to keep telling Ashley what was going on because I'm like, there's certain things you need to understand. Otherwise, what's happening on screen, you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I watch Game of Thrones. I have to constantly go on their Wikipedia to remember what the fuck they're talking. This Sunday I had to go on because of the what Davos went and did. Did you see it?
With Gendry?
Who's a Davos?
I know who you're
Davos is the guy who follows
the
Jon
old man, the
Snow
sassy
around.
old man. Yeah.
I had no idea who the fuck he was talking about. He's like, I came to get you. I'm like, who the fuck's that?
Do you know who he is now?
Oh yeah, he's the bastard of Richard.
Yeah.
Or Robert.
He's the one that when they were.
Yes, the Red Lady took him.
Arya traveled with him out of the city.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Red Lady eventually got him. Yeah.
But
I don't remember any of that.
And then they were supposed to sacrifice him for.
No, they didn't need to sacrifice him.
They were killing all the bastards, weren't they?
No, she just needed his blood for Stannis. Yeah. She needed King's blood. But technically, Robert isn't the rightful king, so.
Yeah, that was another big thing that went over this weekend.
Yes.
Robert one not being line that you weren't paying attention.
Fuck bought into Ruffs. Oh, I was so mad at him for that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it until I was scrolling through Facebook and I was like,
nope.
Oh,
me and my friends got caught that right fucking away too. We were like, no, why did you stop talking? Like,
yeah.
But the same thing.
I don't know how that type of stuff works. Wouldn't Daenerys still be the rightful heir?
No, because can I
women just get pushed out?
Spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen this week's episode. I'm just telling you now.
All
right. No, Rhaegar is the firstborn.
Yeah.
So technically, because Jon is supposed to be his son, and now his legal son, not bastard, because that's what they were hinting at.
You beasted.
He would be the rightful heir because he's the firstborn son of the firstborn son. That's why he would still have the rightful claim.
I feel like Daenerys is going to have a problem with that because we've just gotten 6 seasons of.
No, but no. See, here's my thing. I don't think Jon's going to want it.
No.
So that's the thing.
He doesn't want the North.
No, Daenerys doesn't. It's not going to be an issue because Daenerys already knows something's up because of the way that the dragon reacted to him. Yes, and there's someone else pointed this out. I don't know how true it is. I really have to look at it.
It's going to be a wolf dragon.
No, there was something. Did you see? So apparently, in his eye, there was a reflection, and it was apparently a wolf's head.
I gotta admit, I don't look in that guy's eyes that
that
hardcore.
Eyes, the dragon's eyes, and he was petting the dragon. Apparently, it was a wolf's reflection. I don't know how true that is. I don't really know, but now because technically Rhaegar annulled his marriage and legally married Lyanna, that makes Jon not a bastard and the legal Targaryen heir because. Whatever the fucking Mad King, technically was still the king. Robert overthrew him.
Yeah.
Legally, still, it's Targaryen crown.
Yeah.
You go back to it, at the end of the day, bloodlines trace back to Targaryens. And all the people sitting on the crown right now technically aren't actual heirs anyways because Cersei's a crazy bitch and fucked her brother. All those kids are dead anyways. I think she's faking whatever pregnancy she has right now. Oh,
absolutely.
Because...
The line that came right after hugging him.
Here's my thing. No.
The bastard child has more legitimate claim than Cersei does.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
That's
Gendry?
why they ran around and tried to kill.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
That's
why.
what I'm saying. Even if Jon Snow wasn't the bastard, he still has more legal claim
He does.
than Cersei does.
But the other thing is that I swear to God, I remember at some point in previous seasons them talking about Cersei being too old to bear children anymore.
That's what I was thinking.
I swear I remember them saying that. That's why I don't think this is legitimate. Because I swear I remember at some point them saying...
My response was, you don't get pregnant from blowjobs. Because that's all they've shown since she took power.
Yeah.
The only thing that irritated me about this past episode, all my favorite characters went after outside the wall. Every single one of them.
There's
so it's like, no! One of them's gonna die.
Oh no!
It's probably gonna be more than just
yeah,
one,
that's the thing, because if what I just read is legitimate, more than one are gonna die.
Well, you just even see the preview. It's like, well, there's John. Where's the rest of them?
I will be so mad if the guy who I could never.
Jorma?
No,
Or-
the redhead.
Oh yeah, him.
If he's gone, I'm done.
The travel
I
guy.
love him. The wildling. No, stop! Leave him alone. He's so funny. I just want him to stay because he's such a dirty old
Him,
man.
the Hound, fucking Sir, is it Jorma?
I think the Hound's
Jorah.
Sir Jorah,
Okay,
who just
no.
went through hell
No.
to come back.
No, I don't like Jorah. He's a
loved
fucking
him.
creep.
I love him.
I love Davos, and he didn't go over the wall. So I'm
Well, he's
fine with
smart.
that.
He immediately went, nah.
He goes, "Now I'm too old for this shit."
He's like, no one wants to take advice from an old man.
And he literally goes, "I'm too old for this shit."
He looked at both and went, I've been here the longest. Like, come on, guys.
No, but I will be highly. I just love how when they go to like wherever they go to Eastwatch and they're like, "We need to do something," and the redhead guy's like, "Did you bring the big lady with you?"
And he turns and was like, isn't it your job to talk him out of fucking stupid shit like this? I don't listen.
Oh, yeah. But Davos just throws him right under the bus.
Dude, the whole walking up to the cave to meet Jon Snow. You're this person. This is your backstory. Blah, 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 blah. I'm the bastard of Robert.
Well, but there was a logic behind that.
And he
No.
immediately goes, I told him not to do that.
But there was a logic behind
Oh, yeah,
it.
be
And
upfront.
But not just that. Technically, in Gendry's eyes, their fathers were friends.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it is, because if you ever know, someone compared it to when Robert and Ned saw each other for the first time, and it's kind of similar to a conversation those two had. So I understand Gendry's point of view, because Gendry's done hiding.
Well, Davos' argument would have been better if he was introducing himself to Daenerys first.
Yes.
Hi, I'm a bastard child of the guy that was trying to kill you. Sent all kinds of people down there to fucking kill you.
Yep.
Kind of started
But
this whole thing.
because it's John, I understand him not giving
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck.
I mean, well, even the fact that Jon didn't kill what's his face the moment he saw him.
But he said why.
Oh yeah, because what he did for Sansa.
Yeah.
He grabbed him like, oh.
He's like, if it
fucking
wasn't
dare.
for that,
But now
you'd
he
be
knows
fucking
that
dead.
He didn't kill the two boys.
But it doesn't matter. He did so much
Oh,
other
he-
shit. He reclaimed. He took.
He fucked up Winterfell when
Yes.
he did come.
And on top of that, he basically took everything that the Starks did for him, rubbed it in the dirt, spit on it, then pissed on it. Like that was the problem.
Now he can't piss on it.
No.
I don't understand.
He doesn't have a dick. It just dribbles out
Dribbles out.
from a hole in his
I wonder
pelvic
if those guys
area.
Sit down like a girl.
I think he just stands there and just what happens happens, or he just keeps jumping off boats. That's why he had to. He jumped off because he had to pee.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't because he didn't want to fight. He had to go really bad.
I just my personal. I can't wait for Littlefinger to die.
Alright, he is plotting something.
Here's my problem. Here's my problem with Littlefinger. He has to be around because whatever side Littlefinger is on is typically the winning side. Because Littlefinger will align himself with whoever who thinks he's gonna win, and he's smarter than everybody else. As much as I hate admitting it.
Guys. Same with
The bald guy. Oh, but he's all he's all. They're all in the same place right now. That's the thing.
I trust the bald. What's his
I do.
Varys?
Varys.
Littlefinger is not on the dragon side yet.
No, he's on Sansa's
He
side.
wants because he wants to get in Sansa's pants.
Reminds of the mother.
Yeah.
Well, it's that plus he thinks that is the easiest way for him to get to the crown. He wants to be king, is what he wants.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
at the end of the day. But
he's already trying to kick Jon out.
That's the thing because he's trying.
He wants her to be queen so he become king.
He wants Sansa, but Sansa wants nothing to do with him.
Oh, Arya's just gonna kill him.
I hope so. I can't wait.
But Varys, I know he jumps sides a lot, but like if you listen to what he talks about, you can see that like this time, if he fucking betrays me, I'll kill him. This time he actually trusts the leader he's backing.
Daenerys.
Yeah.
For the moment.
I said, if he betrays me, I'll kill him.
Varys is all about himself and keeping himself alive, just like Littlefinger is.
Oh, yeah.
But he has the confidence. Now he has the confidence in Daenerys to stick around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
But all my favorite characters just went outside the wall. And my other favorite character who's not aligned with those guys is pissing off the Lannisters. And Bard.
Who?
Is it Bard? Bard?
What are we
Brad? Who's the guy that goes with Jamie all the place?
Bronn?
Bronn.
He's not pissing them off.
Okay, Cersei was pissed.
No, Cersei let it happen.
But she made the comment,
If you ever do it
what are you going to do to him?
Jamie's not going to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my thing. I think
I feel like
that
Bronn's on, like, borrowed time.
No, Bronn is not on borrowed time. I think if anybody's going to survive this whole fucking thing,
I
it's
want
gonna
it to be him.
Bronn.
I absolutely
But
want it to be him.
here's why I think that
like
nothing's going to happen to Bronn.
Tyrion.
Because here's my thing. Jaime didn't let Olenna die a horrible death like Cersei wanted because Jaime has sense.
Oh, compassion.
That's the problem.
But he
sees Cersei slowly losing her fucking mind.
Oh, but this last episode just threw that all out because the
But-
moment she went on pregnant, he immediately went, "Oh my god."
But I think he's still going to see more of that. It's
I'm
going to
thinking-
slowly collapse on itself. I'm telling you.
He kind of slipped down though when what's her name told him
The
that
pregnancy.
She killed,
Oh.
This is the other thing. That's
Yeah.
that's the other thing. There is a part of a prophecy where they're saying that Jaime is the promised prince. Jaime is most likely going to be the one that kills Cersei. Yes. It has been the biggest thing because there's something about the promised prince and betrayal, like a family betrayal.
He
and
betrayed the Mad King, though. You're gonna have him betray
but
two
yes.
sitting
Because
leaders.
Jaime's the only one in that Lannister family that has a sense. He went after the Mad
Tyrion.
King even though he was the Mad King's hand, correct? Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now
He was the leader of his armies, right?
no, he was also his hand.
I don't think he was the hand.
There's no way he was the hand.
Regardless,
He's
he
not
was
smart enough to be the hand.
okay. But anyways, he was starting.
That'd be
to
cruel
see,
too.
He was starting to see the madness in Cersei before Cersei was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant." But no, he was because if you saw it,
No, I believe it.
He came back there to tell her we need to surrender.
Oh, he kicked off the season saying that. Like, look, we.
He knows there. He
No,
knows.
I think he thought they had a chance until the dragons came, and then he's just like, well, there's no
There's
chance now.
fucking
That's the thing.
three
No,
of them.
she's right. My friend's saying he's gonna realize she's the reason their children are dead because she is.
Not Joffrey.
Yes. She knew Joffrey had to get married. She didn't marry off Joffrey to who she originally should have married him off to, which was Sansa. Because if she had married him off to Sansa, he wouldn't have been murdered in the first place at the
I
purple
wouldn't say
wedding.
that's really her fault. I don't think she would have planned for
But
that.
they killed Joffrey to get at Cersei.
I would say the only one. Well, no, that they thought it was Tyrion.
Yeah.
The entire time they thought it was Tyrion.
But what I'm saying is Olenna and the Tyrells, they went after Joffrey, one, to get Marjorie away from it, two, because they were trying to get back for what, like, to end everything.
Your point was that she kind of plotted for Joffrey to die. But if she
No,
blamed
I'm saying
Tyrion,
Olenna
she
did.
fucked up her plot. No, you were just saying she killed all the kids.
No, she's the reason.
I wouldn't say she's the reason for Joffrey, though.
She is. Everyone, at the end of the day, nobody wanted him on the throne.
Nobody did. That's
Nobody
not
did, but
her.
It didn't matter. It wasn't her choice.
Tomlin,
But
absolutely.
their
Bitch walked up and pushed
all
him.
of their situations were caused by Cersei. At the end of the day, Cersei let him become the wily little shit that he
whole
was.
Story started because they were fucking the Stark Tower,
I understand that.
Come on.
and then they pushed the little one out the window.
Yeah.
But he was the leader of the Knights Guard. Thank you, because I didn't know
Yeah.
who Jaime was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. What I'm trying to say is Cersei's actions are what essentially leads to her children's death.
Nah, I think Joffrey can own up for his own
I
shit.
think so.
But she let Joffrey become that.
Eh,
She did.
that little shit was born evil.
So you're telling me is,
Well, you shouldn't have fucked your brother then.
It's true.
But at the end of the day,
And her daughter, like,
she sent her away.
the daughter wasn't her fault either.
No, it was because she fell into Tyrion's trap. She fell into Tyrion's trap and sent her away.
That was her dad.
that was
the
Jaime
dad.
who sent her away.
No, it was
Yeah?
it was
the
Cersei.
dad.
No.
Jaime pushed Cersei
Okay,
to send her
let me-
away.
let me-
Said it was the safest place to
No.
put her, and then
Do you
the
know how-
mountain battled the lover, and then the lover died, and the
No.
lover went.
She got sent off to Dorne much earlier in the series because what
Mm-hmm.
happened was Tyrion was trying to figure out, like, she was trying to set up whoever was the mole in their group. So whoever was doing whatever, like, they went to Cersei. So whoever did what Tyrion was expecting them to do was where his daughter, where she went. I forget where the other two places were or whatever.
Because Jaime felt bad about it because he sent her. It was his idea.
No.
Jaime had so much regret because he went to go. He
No,
kept
he
saying,
had regret
"I'm
because
gonna
he
go
didn't-
get our daughter
He
back."
had regret because he didn't stop her. Her daughter getting sent away was all her.
I would have sworn it was the father sending it away in order
No.
to get
Oh my
married
God,
to
I am
them
looking this
before
up.
they
I will
Go
look
ahead.
this
unite their
up.
houses.
It was there was a situation.
It was to unify the kingdom.
No.
Yeah.
Let me explain. There was a situation where Tyrion gave 3 different situations to Varys, to Littlefinger, and to somebody else. One of them was going back to Cersei and telling them everything that Tyrion was doing. Now, the one who went back to Cersei was the one that Tyrion figured out who was the mole, or they were going to somebody else and they were ratting them out. They were two-faced. So, because of that, Cersei was listening to whatever plans that they were saying, and that's why she sent her daughter away. I promise you that's why Marcella got sent away.
I thought it was all because of the
No, that
the
is why
dying.
Marcella got sent away.
The brother dying and the Prince of Dorne liked.
No, because she was gone long before that. Marcella was gone by like the 3rd season. That's
I
why
don't know.
you never saw the Tom and Marcella for the longest time.
I'm so confused. I would have sworn it was the father.
I
of
think
them,
Jamie, yeah.
And I think, and then the father talk basically got Jamie on board, basically to unify the kingdom.
Oh,
No.
you're talking about
No,
The-
she
the
was
old,
already.
old guy.
she
their
was
father
already- yes.
Was the one that said that this is what we're
offer
doing.
the daughter.
Offer the daughter in order to unite the kingdom.
Hold on,
basically.
someone's
'Cause
trying to
they
help me.
didn't want to have a
Yes,
conflict
but
with
that
them
was
because
part
Because they're
of
already
the
dealing with
But
they're
that's
dealing
what
with
I'm
Rob.
saying. There was
Yeah.
3 different situations to unite the kingdom. They were 3 different situations were given to 3 different people. It was the Maester, and it was it was Littlefinger, it was Varys. Whoever went
Oh,
back to
I do remember them setting up the Maester.
That's
Yeah.
what this was. It was them setting. Yes, I promise. I promise.
I don't remember that being it.
Stupidest way of setting them up. Then you're
But
sending your
that's-
daughter away to set
But
them up. That makes
that
no
was the
effing
thing.
sense.
That was when Tyrion was still pissed. So that's when he sent.
I don't think he
Marcella-
would have taken it out on his
He
knees.
did. I promise you.
He
It was the father.
Look, someone. What?
who sent away
It was the Maester.
Cersei's
Because
daughter.
the Maester was the snitch. That was what I'm talking about. So, Tyrion was trying to figure out who the snitch was. So he said a Varys, Littlefinger, and the Maester. Turned out the Maester was the snitch, and that's why Marcella got sent away. I promise. I promise you.
I really can't see that.
Yes.
it sounds like a dumb strategy.
No,
Yeah.
but that's what it was.
So basically,
You would've-
she said-
if the
because
moment
she
he
said,
snitched.
There's 3 different areas I'm gonna send, and whatever one snitches, that's the country she goes to. What the
It was
fuck?
okay. Tyrion was.
The moment he snitched, he would have just killed him.
No,
That's what I'm
here's what it is.
saying.
And kept her.
Tyrion had an idea. 3 different places that Marcella could go, and he told Varys, Littlefinger, and the Maester all 3 different ideas as to what to do with Marcella.
Yeah.
Maester was told that Marcella needed to be sent to Dorne and make it align with the Dornish. Then there was something sent to different to Varys and something sent different to Littlefinger. Let her finish. Let me finish. Let her finish.
Thank you. Thank you.
But she was sent away from that alliance because of Tyrion. Because Tyrion was trying to figure out who was snitching to Cersei.
I don't understand. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't know. Probably 2 or 3. Yeah.
I don't remember. I promise. Like I will find this and I will show you. Because this is
doesn't
gonna
make-
bother me.
It sounds like a move the father would make.
Yeah,
No, it
it's
was
the
Tyrion.
It's the dad.
It
made
was
the move
Tyrion.
of them do it to lie on because they were having an issue at the north. They didn't want to have a fight at the south.
Marcella? Marcellus Wallace.
No one can hear it.
So what was the verdict?
She goes. So here's what happened. Because the Maester was
So-
snitching.
Tyrion was trying to keep her.
Tyrion's trying to keep her. Okay.
But Cersei sent the daughter away because Cersei found the snitch. So whatever plot was sent to Cersei by the snitch was essentially what happened. So it was Cersei's fault. I promise you.
Doesn't.
That one would go probably chalked up to all the Lannisters because they had them out and killed the lover.
But the whole point of Cersei, but all of this is the whole point of proving that Cersei is A, the reason their children are dead, and B, losing her mind. That's why Jaime's eventually going to turn against her. Also, it is 9 o'clock.
That's true. But we went Trump in Game of Thrones.
Yes, we did.
A little bit of StarCraft in the middle.
We had some movies.
Do you have a lot of stories
I have
left?
A ton of stories. But,
I-
Anything worthwhile?
Final Fantasy 15 promo VR shooter won't be made. It was just
read
for
the rage texts.
E3.
Just read the rage texts.
Middle-aged Shadow Dorn endgame mission puts players on defensive. You have to defend your newly built empire against onslaught of waves.
Yeah, you sound like a liberal.
Sprint's giving away $50 worth of Pokemon Go items to new customers. So go.
Power
Destiny
Rangers
2 will lock you into your loadout for certain high-level missions. Now that to me is interesting, but anyway, next story.
Hi, Star Trish, now you're
Yeah.
right. Ha, bitch! I am right.
Snapchat.
Your friend's telling me that you
Yeah.
two are right?
I'm finding the episode.
All right, it's
Nope.
like, oh, let's
Listen,
listen to the liberals.
Aaron,
Trump's evil,
Aaron,
blah, blah, blah.
I need to know which episode
Yeah.
this was, so I can tell him to rewatch
All
it.
right.
I'm not going to rewatch it.
Turn yourself into Pikachu. and
Show's painful to
Snapchat's
watch the
newest
first
filter.
time.
I saw that.
Yeah, people are taking way too much advantage of it that I hate Pikachu now.
Sorry,
you don't.
Battlefront lack of long-term goals says developers one of the biggest issues, so they're gonna make endgame content and endgame goals. Overwatch is finally adding deathmatch modes, playable for some now. So it'll be regular deathmatch and team deathmatch. Disney is sued by several people now for allegedly spying on children in game apps.
Hey, oh my God! Speaking.
I
of
saw you, you little
Taylor
shit.
Swift won her court case. Just saying.
I just don't like her as a person.
Who cares? Nintendo sued over Switch tablet removable Joy-Con design.
Huh? Wait, what? No, you went to Nintendo.
Yep, well,
I thought you were still on Disney.
and that's all I got.
Oh, okay.
I just ran through
I
all the
missed
highlights.
all of them.
Couple
We did.
suits. So good. We got it. Good.
Let's see if this works. Where the hell are you? Try it differently today. Who the fuck knows if you're hearing it? Oh, we didn't do our plugs.
We
Nah.
have none.
He might have. What do you got going on?
Oh, please email me at dacemanshow@gmail.com. Please watch us. I'm probably going to start religiously streaming Remaster. Unfortunately.
I bought a shitload of PS4 games. I may play them eventually.
He's got to play Remaster.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing.
Yes.
You're going to be like, hey, StarCraft? Alright, I'll fire up the stream. What do you got going on?
Yeah.
That's smooth. Like, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like us at the Dace Man Show. If you're watching on Twitch, we're twitch.tv/DaceManFriends. Heart us. You could subscribe. We do have that option. $4.99, you get his head. $9.99, you get his head on a chicken. We did it first.
Walk.
And then $24.99. Again, if you really do this, I don't know why, but we'd be very grateful. Get his head on an Aerodactyl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice big Aerodactyl.
Yep. Follow us on Twitter at the Dace Man Show. Follow me on Twitter at the Dace Man. YouTube.com/Dace Man Show. I don't think we have any new content anymore. I think the Factory Man ended. I don't think it ends sometime in August, and it feels like it would have ended yesterday. So
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
what happened?
She just said he looked like Freddie Mercury.
You wanna take us out with some Queen? Do you know any Queen? You don't know any Queen, or I put you on the spot, didn't I?
How did you think he did?
We are the champions.
There you go.
We are the champions.
All right, he's gonna sing us out tonight. Thank you for watching. For the few,
For the crowd.
for the chickens, and for the Dace-tacular. That you guys are watching. Enjoy the bird as he takes us. You gotta keep singing. There's at least
He doesn't know the rest of the lyrics.
there's like another 30 seconds.
Oh, man.
That's about how long Gibby lasts anyways.
just go back into it. Or we will rock you. We will rock you. You don't know that one?
Just play the outro. Just play the fucking outro.
Rock you, motherfucker.
That's terrible. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.
I know you also got Bohemian Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.